Hello, 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 friends. This is the fifth one, right? Root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye. This is the sixth video in this series. The third eye is right here. This is basically your inner vision, your psychic ability. The color is purple, violet, indigo. The crown and the third eye chakra colors are very similar. Um, if you have a blocked third eye chakra, you doubt your inner voice, right? You have trouble making decisions. You're super indecisive. I I used to be very blocked in my third eye. I used to be very indecisive. Looking at a menu would overwhelm me, right? I would used to go out to eat with my kid's father, and every time specifically we would go to a Thai restaurant. If you've been to a Thai restaurant, you know they menu be like 30 pages long, and they got so many things, and it'll be so overwhelming to me because first of all their food is amazing, and I literally want to order everything. And because my brain was so overwhelmed, I couldn't make a decision, so he would have to order for me, and everything was always great no matter what it was, but it was like, oh my god, I can't compute. This is where your intuition is. You feel spiritually disconnected. You lack faith. You feel lost, directionless. You're uninspired. You lack imagination. I love telling my son bedtime stories. I make shit up all the time. People, and you see it too with kids now because they're born and then instantly they got a cell phone in their hand right out the womb, right? And huge mistake what technology has done to the children now. And so now they're on video games and they're playing on apps and stuff, and they do not know how to be creative. Some children these days that are born like that with cell phones right away, right? They lack imagination. So when I tell my son and his brother and Bo and his sister bedtime stories, they're like, oh my god, that is so amazing. How do you do that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm just talking. I'm just making shit up. My bedtime stories be in outer space. We got houses in the clouds. We're like floating. We got cruise ships that fly. I mean, if airplanes could fly, why can't a cruise ship fly? You know, like your imagination should be plentiful. You're just making stuff up. Let me describe what intuition is, right? Imagine, like, first of all, your pineal gland is calcified because of the fluoride that's in the water, and the fluoride that's in the toothpaste. And if you're not paying attention from now on, when you go to buy toothpaste, look for toothpaste with that's not fluorinated. Fluoride is poisonous. It even shows it on the toothpaste box. The next time you go into a supermarket, a Target, a Walmart, whatever store, look at your toothpaste box. And it has the number to poison control on the toothpaste box. That's saying if you swallow it, please call poison control. So if you swallow toothpaste that's fluorinated and you have to call poison control, that actually means you shouldn't even be putting it in your mouth. Watch it, friends. Pay attention to that and put it in the comments below. Oh my god, I didn't even know I'm fluoride free now. Fluoride free. Put it in the comments below. Do not buy fluorinated toothpaste anymore. That calcifies the pineal gland, right? And if your pineal gland is calcified, along with the myriads of other toxic poisons that's in the air, that's in the clothes, that's in the food, that's going to keep your third eye blocked. That's why it's very important for you to eat a balanced, healthy diet, get sunlight. You know, look at my Ankh person, Annie. This is Annie, the Ankh person, right? If you have an active lifestyle, if you get in sunlight and you're praying and meditating, and you have a healthy, balanced diet, this is causing your pineal gland to decalcify. And so what your intuition will look like is take a glass of dirty water, right? If you have, imagine a glass of dirty, filthy, disgusting water, okay? And then you put it underneath a faucet of running water. So that faucet of running water is you pouring sunlight, physical activity and a healthy, balanced diet into the cup in the form of water. And over time, that clear water is going to flush out all of the dirt and the impurities from the cup. And then you'll end up having just a glass of clean water. And that is your third eye awakening. And that is you tapping into your intuition. This is what it looks like visually. If you can visualize that, that is eventually what your third eye will be. It's like, oh my God, I've been drinking soda all my life. Can I have psychic abilities? Yes, you can tap into your psychic abilities, but you must make sure that your body is pure, right? Our vessels are temples, damn it. Our vessels are amazing, okay? And we are powerful spiritual beings. This is why I say this in all of my videos. I'm not just making that up. We are so powerful. Once you look at all of these videos, right, and you start to eat the vegetables and the fruits that are aligned with the chakras, and you're getting your daily dose of vitamin D, and you're being physically active, and you have a healthy, balanced diet, you begin to realign your brain. You are changing your whole mechanical system, and things in your world will begin to shift and change. I'm telling you guys, it took me 2 years to be in this space that I'm in, to where now my third eye is open. I am connected to the divine, and I am manifesting at will. I'm telling you, the life that I live is unbelievable, and it is absolutely miraculous because I have opened myself up to the divine, channeled messages, and now I am able to create. Oh, I got a needle in my toe. What the heck? Yikes. You know, one of those little prickly things. I don't know where that just came from. Okay. When you're connected to the divine and you know that you are that freaking wealth code, like walking in the flesh, you know nothing is impossible for you. Absolutely nothing. I'm not just making that up. You are a whole superhero. And if you don't know that and you don't believe that, that's because your chakras is blocked. When you start to do these things, your whole world will change. And put it in the comments below, a week later, a month later, 3 months later, 6 months later. Follow up, because I want to know how your life has changed for the better, because you have been doing these things. You've been giving God grace and gratitude. You've been praying, walking in the sunlight, eating more fruits and vegetables than you are eating junk. And you are being consciously aware of what you consume within your eyes and your ears and your mouth, okay? Because that affects your brain. Every single thing that we do in our life affects us in some way, shape, or form. If your third eye is blocked, you may have brain fog, difficulty concentrating. You have frequent headaches and migraines. When I was in the military, I had migraines consistently 3 to 4 times a week for 10 years straight. 3 to 4 times a week, I was on migraine medication, taking sumatriptan, tried Botox. They put me on so many kind of medications when I didn't even realize it was the work that I was doing that had me so stressed out, because it was incompatible with my soul. Okay, I had migraines for 10 years straight. I was on medication. And as soon as the work was done, in 2.5 years since I've been retired, I have had about 4 to 5 headaches. And those 4 to 5 headaches were my own fault, because I was not properly hydrated, because as you know, I love the sun. I'm outside all the time, and so I have to drink more water than usual if I'm being physically active in the sun, right? You should consume half of your body weight in water. So if I'm 140 pounds, I should be drinking 70 ounces of water. Do the math, something like that. But if you're physically active and you're sweating more, you should consume more water than that. You really got to force yourself. And if you're forcing yourself to drink more water, then you're eating less drunk, because the water is actually filling you up. And if you're drinking water, add some Celtic sea salt or some Himalayan sea salt and some freshly squeezed lime juice in there, because that's going to make the electrolytes that your body needs to do its magical stuff. Okay. You may have memory problems and forgetfulness. I was the type of person that I have to have notes all the time. Even sometimes now I do forget some things, but that's literally because I changed my location and my environment so much. I'll be forgetting where the fuck I'm at and what am I doing. I literally hop from one country to the next country to the next country. I'm in a new place here and a new place there, and I'm like, whoa, that's my memory problem right now. But I used to have checklists for every single little thing. How many of you have walked out of a room to go someplace, and then you get there and you be like, what am I here for? And you got to backtrack, and hopefully you remember, right? If you have a blocked third eye, you probably experience forgetfulness and memory fatigue and stuff. Your future self will thank you. Who doesn't want to be a psychic? Who doesn't want to tap into their psychic ability and start to know some stuff, right? Like, it's pretty cool to just know things. And your future self will thank you because your present self cares so much about your amazing technology, this beautiful vessel that you're walking around in, that you're doing simple basic things like opening the daggone window and get some sun inside of your home, being physically active, going for a walk around the neighborhood, go find a new park to walk to. I went to a new location, so I'm in Portugal right now, and there's so many cool spaces to be at that's outdoors. So there's about 5 parks that I've noticed within the area that I'm currently staying at, and today I just came to a new park to make these videos. Yesterday I went to a different one, just so I can have a different scenery to consume my sunlight. Have a balanced diet of healthy fruits and vegetables. Again, like, I don't care if you want to eat meat, eat the best kind of meat. Go to the Muslims where they respect their animals and give them a clean death. If you're going to eat meat, do that in America. Go to a farmer's market and have healthy produce that's not vaccinated, because they're vaccinating vegetables. If you didn't know it, they're vaccinating vegetables in America, friends. They are vaccinating your animals in America. So do pay attention, okay? That stuff is altering our DNA. They are intentionally trying to change and manipulate our DNA. What is in our DNA is freaking magic. God put the God code in us. This is how we can tap into our psychic abilities, because they are trying so hard to put so much toxins in the food, in our lotions, in our clothes, in the air, in the ground, so that our pineal gland can remain calcified and we cannot see through the BS. But Annie is encouraging us to be active, to get sunlight and eat balanced diet, fruits and vegetables, and meditate and pray. And then that third eye, you're going to be like, oh snap, I cannot believe I done fell for the okie doke all this time. But guess what? Once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep, okay? And your future self ain't gonna tolerate no bullshit, just like your present self ain't gonna tolerate no bullshit, okay? We are magical warriors out here. We are freaking magical warriors out here. That's why, if you think about that movie, Ants, I don't know if it was DreamWorks, I don't know what company made that, but if you look at that movie, you could see that the grasshoppers were trying to bully the ants, right? That's like, look at the people that want to rule the world. There's very few of them. So they will spend trillions and trillions of dollars to put poison in absolutely every single thing that we use on a daily basis, right? And okay, this video was 14 minutes. I gotta cut it out because that could be like a whole nother hour segment. But the third eye, okay, make sure you are consuming purple foods, eggplant, purple grapes, purple cabbage, red onion, wear the color purple, and drink plenty of fluids and waters. Thank you so much, friends, for watching the video, and stay tuned for the crown chakra.